What we'll be doing for today's lesson is solving equations with unknowns on both sides. The equipment required this lesson is a pen, a paper and a pencil. Keywords are equation, expression, inverse and operation. Okay, so slightly different now. These equations, you've got letters and numbers on both sides. Okay, so what you need to do is you still need to work out the value for x. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to do it now. To start off with, you need to get your letters on one side and your numbers on the other side, so you've got an equation like you had in the previous lessons in the same format. So what I would do first is I would take this 2x and bring it to this side. So this 2x is positive on this side, and when I take it to the other side it becomes negative, so I do minus 2x from both sides. So now what I've got is 7x plus 9 minus 2x equals 19. So now first I collect the like terms and I simplify. 7x minus 2x is 5x, so now I've got 5x plus 9 equals 19. So now this is a two-step equation like you've had in the previous lessons. So now what I do is I need to get x on its own, so I would subtract 9 from both sides to get rid of that 9. So now I've got 5x equals 10. 5x means 5 times by x. Inverse of times is divide, so divide both sides by 5. Now I've got x equals 2. And to check, I can just put the 2 in. So 7 times 2 is 14. 14 add 9 is 23. So now to put the same thing onto the other side, 2 times 2 is 4. 4 add 19 is 23. So I know my answer is correct because both of the sides equal to each other. So now what I'd like to do now is pause the video and have a go at doing this question now, please. Okay, same steps again. You need to get numbers on one side and letters on the other side. So the first thing that I'll do is I'll take this 4x to the other side. So now I've got plus 4x on both sides because it was minus 4x on this side. And the inverse of minus is plus. So now I've got 3x minus 1 plus 4x equals 6. Collect the like terms. 7x minus 1 equals 6. So now I've got an equation, a two-step equation. So first what I'll do is I need to take this 1 to the other side. So the inverse of minus 1 is plus 1, so plus 1 to both sides. So I've got 7x equals 7. So now I need to work out the value for x. 7x means 7 times x. The inverse of times is divide. So divide both sides by 7. Now I have x equals 1. And that is my answer. And to double check, I can substitute it back into the equation. Okay, so now, a bit more difficult now. Just like the previous lesson, we have to expand here. So first what I'll do is I'll expand the bracket and leave everything else as it is. So remember, when you expand bracket and you draw your arrows in, it means multiply. So 5 times x is 5x. 5 times plus 3 or positive 3 is positive 15. And that equals 3x plus 27. Remember, you only multiply what's inside the bracket, not past the equal sign, okay? So you don't touch on anything that is past here, okay? Now what you do is, same thing, you get letters on one side, numbers on the other side. So the first thing that I'll take over to this side is this 3x, okay? So what I do is, because this 3x is positive on this side, I'll subtract 3x on both sides because the inverse of plus 3x is minus 3x. So now I've got 5x plus 15 minus 3x equals 27. Collect my like terms and simplify. 5x minus 3x is 2x. 2x plus 15 equals 27. So now I've got a two-step equation. Same way, you need to get x on its own, so I need to move this 15 first, so subtract 15 from both sides because the inverse of plus 15 is minus 15. So now I get 2x equals 12. 2x means 2 times x, the inverse of times is divide. So divide both sides by 2 because I want to get rid of that 2. So now I've got x equals 6 as my final answer. And to double check, all you need to do is substitute 6 back into the equation and both sides will get the same answer. Okay, what I'd like you to do now is pause the video and have a go at doing this question now. Okay, same steps again. First what you do is you expand the bracket. When we expand in bracket, it means multiply 8 times x is 8x. 8 times minus 1 is minus 8. And that equals 4x plus 12. Next step, get your letters on one side and your numbers on the other side. Okay, so I want to bring this 4x over to this side. This 4x is positive on this side, so if I take it to the other side, I need to do the inverse. So I'll subtract 4x from both sides. So now I get 8x minus 8 minus 4x equals 12. Collect the like terms and simplify. 8x minus 4x is 4x. 4x minus 8 equals 12. Now I need to get my x on its own, so I need to move this 8 to the other side. Inverse of minus 8 is plus 8, so I plus 8 to both sides. And I get 4x equals 20. 4x means 4 times x. The inverse of times is divide, so I need to divide both sides by 4 to get x on its own now. And then my final answer will be x equals 5. And to double check, we can substitute 5 back into the equation and you'll get the same answer on both sides. Okay. This is the homework for today's lesson. If you're in set 1, what I'd like you to do is have a go at answering 5 questions from the middle section and 5 questions from the last section. If you're in set 2, please have a go at 5 from the red and 5 from the middle section. And if you are in set 3, please have a go at doing the red section. Once you have done, please take a picture and upload to class charts.